in simple term, we need to have the high multiplier effect, yeah, within these ICT sectors, which is actually true. Yeah, the ICT sectors actually having these attributes. Yeah, to enhance further growth, we need to enhance the ICT sectors. To enhance the industry, we need also to push the ICT sectors. As we already know that we are having a massive deindustrialization. Yeah, if we compare with the early 2000, the contribution of the manufacturing sector in the early 2000 is about 29%. The rule of thumb to become the industrialized countries is actually about 35% or so. Yeah, the contribution to the GDP. But now we only have the contributions somewhat lies about from 19 to 20%. Yeah, so we have this deindustrialization. Is the industrialization is actually a problem for us? Of course, yeah, because we haven't reached the threshold, yeah, to become the industrialized countries. The holistic circuit model suggests, yeah, the structural transformation suggests, yeah, the structural transformation model suggests that in order to to move to the later stage, yeah, agricultural industry and then services sector, we need to have that certain threshold. Yeah. So we haven't reached that condition yet. Yeah. But now we are actually leaping forward to the services sector, which is, according to some scholars, that our conditions is actually quite challenging because we have the missing middle, the industrial foundation. Danny Roderick in 2017 in UNBER, his publication in UNBER is actually suggesting that this typical countries is facing premature deindustrialization. Okay, so in order to revise this phenomena, we need a further push, yeah, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of labor productivity, and these two variables is actually quite can be summed up with the ICT sectors. If we push the technology even further, yeah, we actually can have this together. Yeah, the industrial push, the productivity push. So the ICT sectors is actually one of the way to survive the crisis and also to avoid the middle income trap. So later, the economic growth should be based on the disruption technology based. Yeah, lessons from the over the top services. So we understand that this wave of technological disruption is actually ongoing situation, and we need to utilize and to harness this actually the technological movement in order to push further growth. So I have several publications with regards to this technological advancement, but the one that actually quite relevant from to today's presentation is actually this presentation, this publication. Yeah, the emancipatory potential of digital entrepreneurship, a study of financial technology-driven inclusive growth. So yeah, as I mentioned before, this is actually a collaboration with several university, UNSW, University of Sydney, and also National University of Singapore. This is the way that I interpret the local wisdom. Yeah, what is actually the Indonesian local wisdom? Yeah, gotong royong. Yeah, this is actually one of the part. A more technical foundations of gotong royong is actually coming from my other publication, the quadruple helix ecosystem. Yeah, this is the one that I wrote with my colleague, Pak Agung Tristiarso from Venus University, the quadruple helix ecosystem. This is actually a technical, technical interpretation of gotong royong. So the quadruple helix ecosystem is actually coming from the four agent, yeah, four economic agent, yeah, the university, the government, the industry, and also the community. So we have this collaboration, yeah. This is actually a fancy definition, yeah, of collaboration in quadruple helix ecosystem, but it is actually um, already in our DNA. Yeah, gotong royong is actually a part, the collaboration that we actually have. Yeah, so that is actually our local wisdom. How we can actually use this technology is through gotong royong, through collaboration, through quadruple helix ecosystem. Several outcomes coming from these collaborations. One of which is, maybe you can call it arisan. Yeah, you can call it tolong menolong, yeah, in Indonesian terms, yeah. And we have it also here, the emancipatory potential of digital entrepreneurship. The digital entrepreneurship, yeah, why we call it the emancipatory approach, because this is the way you break free from your ongoing or your from your ongoing constraint, yeah. How you can break free. Yeah, this is actually emancipatory approach. The way to do it is actually lies on your established wisdom, which is you already have. Yeah, several. I can show you here. So sorry. So this is the paper that I mentioned. So from here, I can show you some case study. Okay, here we have Canopy Asia. Canopy Asia here provides mobile microfinancing for micro entrepreneurship and digital solutions for microfinancing institutions. And we gather some interviews from the several actors. And this Canopy Asia is actually the solution, which is a microfinancing solution, which is based on the local wisdom, arisan. Yeah, this is actually, we have some fancy stuff on technology, but the based on technological utilization in Indonesia is actually quite simple. Your local wisdom. In this case, it's actually arisan. I also have another example, iGrow. Yeah, iGrow is actually a typical crowdfunding, yeah, the crowdsource and so on and so forth in agricultural sector. But the way to do it is quite simple. Yeah, they utilize the local farmers. They utilize also their local wisdoms in creating fertilizers. It is not pesticides. It is not chemical fertilizers. It is based on organic fertilizer, which is actually becoming our established culture. Yeah, when it comes to fertilizer, you use organic one. Yeah, and it is actually already taught generation after generation. Organic fertilizers. That is also the local wisdom. And the way to do it, how they do it, how they survive and they sustain the technology is through this part of solution, the local wisdom. Do we need high education? Yeah, in order to do so? No. Yeah, for the case of iGrow, yeah, as I showed you here, maybe I also have it in my presentation. So okay. Here, where is it? Okay, here you are. Okay, so so this is the one. Oh, no, I don't have it here, but yeah, the way iGrow do it is actually quite simple. Yeah, they utilize the local farmers, they utilize the organic fertilizers, and these local farmers is actually, what I say, they don't have a high education. Most of them are actually only elementary, coming from the elementary school. They know how to read and write, of course, but they don't have any advanced education. But now they're becoming a street scientist. They're mixing their own stuff, yeah, organic stuff, yeah, to create their own optimal fertilizers. Yeah, and this knowledge clover is actually, it's not that fancy. Yeah, they are using a local knowledge to create somewhat local and organic fertilizers, and they do it in ICT platform, yeah, in order to push the growth even further. So we don't need any advanced education in doing it. Yeah, it's already in our DNA. It's already here. Yeah. So, but sometimes we need higher education and an advanced method to see simple stuff. Yeah. Sometimes it's actually under our radar. Yeah. In order to do so, maybe we need a bigger and higher perspective. But the way to do it is quite simple. Disruptive innovation is just the beginning, yeah, of what we face maybe in the future. Yeah. 2020 is just the beginning, also the beginning. Yeah. Sometimes I say that COVID is the necessary evil. Yeah. Of course, it is constraining the economy, but to the other extent, we actually have this rare opportunity, yeah, to seize the momentum. Yeah, the momentum under the Great Reset is actually quite here. Yeah, so if I can show you the momentum here, in 2015 and 2016, actually we can have the growth until 6 to 6.5%, but we lost the momentum because we couldn't achieve and we couldn't utilize export and also investment and so forth. But 2020, yeah, if I actually put further forecast, yeah, further time series approach on this figure, 2021 and 2020 is actually sees the great reset. Why we have that? Because two factors, yeah, coming in 2020, the China factor and also the relocation factor. Yeah, to make this simple, the momentum in 2020 is actually quite rare. Yeah, and we have this momentum, and this is coming from the ICT sector, and this ICT sector is actually quite underutilized at this moment. The way to do it, the way to utilize this ICT sectors is actually not that fancy, it's not that complicated. Yeah. It is based on our DNA, the quadruple helix ecosystem, the established local wisdom that we are actually know, yeah, but it is still underutilized. So in order to achieve this target, yeah, in 2030 or 2035, we need actually to do some intervention, yeah, now, today. Yeah. It's not later, but we need it now. Or else, yeah, if we fail to do so in this short momentum, in this short window of opportunity, maybe, just maybe, we will become old without getting rich. Okay, that's sum up my presentation today, and thank you.
Thank you very much for your opportunity.